With just a couple of weeks to go for the assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, Thol Thirumavalavan, Dalit leader and founder of VCK, has surprised everyone by withdrawing from the contest. Hi, this is Arun Ram, resident editor of the Times of India in Chennai. Was VCK leader's decision a political strategy or a compulsion? Explaining is A Subramani, metro editor of the Times of India in Chennai. Hi, Subramani. VCK leader Thol Thirumavalavan, he decided not to contest recently. So I think there was a lot of eyeballs on Thirumavalavan as probably the most trusted, so to say, lieutenant of Stalin in the coalition. This last minute withdrawal, was it a strategic mistake or is it a good strategic move? How do you view it?
In my view, this is historic blunder by Thirumavalavan because here was the man who was known for his ideology. See, he was unwavering throughout his political career about upliftment of Dalits, and he has never missed a chance to take up their cause at the national level and state level. And he's been staunchest of all allies of DMK for more than 2 decades now. So under these circumstances, and he is a sitting MP along with his colleague Ravi Kumar, 2 MPs they have in Lok Sabha. So when everything was going smooth and appeared normal, he said, "I am going to contest in Kattamanar Koil," which is Assembly constituency. Yes, it did raise eyebrows, but then people realized he has now hit upon a strategy. He's hit upon a way forward, which is enough for holding forth and VCK's forces for next 20-25 years. Because Thirumavalavan re-entering assembly, in fact he was MLA for just 3 years. So now re-entering after exactly 25 years. He was MLA in 2001. Now after 25 years, him re-entering assembly holds a lot of symbolic importance for Dalits and Dalit politics and senior politicians and politicians who were never caught in controversy, known for their consistency in policies. So Thiruma was watched. But then we don't know what happened after a week or so.
You said we don't know what happened, but of course there are indications that Thiruma himself said that I am doing this to strengthen the alliance. Okay, much needs to be explained, of course, because there was also this talk about much before Congress started demanding power sharing. VCK was probably the first party within the DMK alliance to demand that, right? Many people, including Ravi Kumar, has spoken about it, the inevitability of a coalition government in Tamil Nadu. So do you think that this stepping away from this assembly election is a kind of mollifying Stalin, or is there something more to it?
Either, even if he is trying to mollify or for some other reason, whatever be the reason, what is done is not the right move at this stage. Because as you said, Thirumavalavan tested the waters when he allowed his second in command, third in command cadres to talk about power sharing. When DMK was not amused, then he snuffed it out. Immediately he said, no, we are not for that and time is not ripe. I will wait for my time. Then comes this announcement. So everybody thought he's assuming he's maybe in his calculation, in case there is a hung assembly or in case DMK has a change of heart, he'll be in a scheme of things. But even otherwise, Thirumavalavan coming to state politics, now that's the time. The timing was perfect because you look around. Who is the Dalit face now? Krishnaswamy is not there now anymore. He was always one constituency MLA. Anyway, now he's not even close to that. And then John Pandian, very confined to very small area, and now he has fielded his wife and he is very happy with his local influence. Then north you have Murthy, Puve Murthy, and even he has not grown beyond 2 districts. So the pan-Tamil Nadu appeal only Thirumavalavan enjoys. And every district has its unit and every district has X number of votes.
No, you rightly said that Thirumavalavan is probably the only credible voice of the Dalits. That's what you're trying to say. But then, of course, Thiruma started from the 90s. He started as a very a radical Dalit voice. And then he also transitioned himself into a coalition politician. A coalition in the sense a politician of alliance making and other things. So, do you think that down the road, his transitioning, his transformation has also led to a kind of a dilution of his ideology?
I don't think so. That's a specialty of Thirumavalavan. Thirumavalavan has been very committed and very stubborn and one who advocated slogans like Adanga Maru Attumeeru, meaning don't conform, no conformity and break rules. So he never compromised on that. That image,
In fact, he has decided to contest on his own in Puducherry, which shows that
yes,
he's not completely submissive to the
exactly.
DMK.
He remains the same fighting Dalit leader. That's why he, the fact that he chose to withdraw, chose to return to, stay put in parliament, that's surprising. In fact, shocking for his cadres. They thought our time has arrived. Now you will see, because other leaders, his contemporaries, are nowhere near him in quality of communication, quality of commitment, and his record. So for the past 2 decades, or more, nearly 3 decades, he's been like a rock solid, dependable Dalit voice. So this is a time for him to consolidate and take the Dalit politics beyond the Dalit,
Constituency.
voters.
Okay.
Yes.
But as the Times of India reported, his move to withdraw himself from the fray has also led to a lot of confusion within the party. So, do you think that it will affect the electoral prospects of the VCK candidates this time?
It might, because even today his cadres are not convinced. Thirumavalavan has not come out with a very convincing reason for him to change the decision.
What could be the possible reasons? Not to speculate, but then what other than this making DMK happier in the sense that not to give it any sense of what you call worry about demand for coalition government. Is there anything else probably internally which could have led to his decision, which was quite surprising?
Maybe he thinks DMK coalition, DMK alliance has become too strong. There are too many constituents. Even if, too many constituents, and they are very confident that they will secure more than necessary seats for forming governments on their own. Plus, even if a coalition arrangement happens, with so many partners, I don't think he would have got much importance in the cabinet. So maybe he thinks, yes, I'll wait for a scenario where Stalin is not active. Maybe Udaynidhi regime, coalition or alliance led by Udaynidhi, will be the right time to demand more seats and share in politics.
Is he also trying to expand his base beyond the usual Dalit constituencies?
He always tried. See, even now, out of 8 constituencies, he insisted on 2 being general constituencies.
Okay.
So he, in fact, fielded the Muslim candidates, and then he fielded candidates in Maharashtra. See, he dabbled in Maharashtra politics also, because he knows beyond caste, he enjoys goodwill among others.
Okay, whether he contests or not, do you think that post-elections, if at all there is a possibility of a hung assembly, can Thirumavalavan emerge as a kingmaker?
That role, I don't think so. In my opinion, that role will not happen to him. But if you happen to come across one hung assembly now, and they are going to accommodate allies in cabinet, then Thiruma himself will be interested in becoming a minister and then contesting and then becoming MLA later. Okay. But that chance is remote now. Right now, his option was to get into assembly, make an impression, and expand the influence, his sphere of influence beyond the Dalit constituency, his own party, which he missed.
So has Tamil Nadu kind of, the politics of Tamil Nadu in any way changed Thirumavalavan, or has Thirumavalavan changed a bit of Tamil Nadu politics?
Thirumavalavan had the chance till last week to change the course of Tamil Nadu politics. Had he come back to state politics, and insisted on his agenda, then state politics would not have been the same. But now, now that he is chosen to play it safe, stick to parliament, I don't see any drastic change in terms of politics.
Thank you, Subramani. That was quite insightful.